And I just felt that I never really needed to push Conor Benn to sign a new contract previously. And I probably could have got him to sign a new contract previously. But like I said, I blame myself. I made a mistake because I misjudged the character. And again, I'm not going to hang him out to dry. And he will say, well, it was a big offer. But, you know, when I received the email from his lawyer, I texted him and said, I think we should have a call. I think for everything I've done for you, I think I deserve a call. And he said no. And I was like, man, I can't believe it.
I saw this video and it got me smiling. So background story, Eddie Hearn is one of the biggest promoters of boxing. Your closest picture of Eddie Hearn is he being the guy who is his Anthony Joshua's promoter. So just in case you don't know, Conor Benn is a boxer. We all know him as one of British, let me say, upcoming but top guy. So, but this is the part of the story where I think it got me thinking. So Eddie has his own flaws. So coming to that, Eddie is a businessman who has you as his client, and you have an agreement, and suddenly the best way to break an agreement is to send an email and not having a phone call conversation with somebody who's been with you or who has defended you for a long time. So this is where I come in. Aside we understanding that the two parties have their own human flaws, I think it's ethically, there's something we call ethics. Or the common one, people say don't break up with a text message. It's like sending, it's like breaking up with someone with a text message, and I'm like, come on. It might look fair on paper, it depends. As in, the worst thing that can happen is if you're scared your emotions will get the best of you, is to break up in an open place. But for posterity, I think we live in an era where we always feel convenient to send messages and end things. There's a reason why. There is a standard rule of having a proper... See, irrespective of how bad you are a person, it shouldn't rub off on me. I shouldn't respond to you because I'm like, basic is, if I'm not going to run with you again, it's ethical, especially if I've done something if we've worked a longer path. It's only ethical, and that gets into the conversation. What's the best way to end an agreement with a client who sacrificed for you, or someone you've been on a journey with? And I'm like, for crying out loud, have a conversation. It's ethical, it's more gentlemanly, whether you're man or female. It puts you more as a responsible person. It's cowardly to send a text message to someone or an email to end an agreement for someone who has put food on your table, or who both of you have a kind of experience. It's professional to have a conversation. And I'm like, hey, this goes beyond boxing and who is a coward. You become the coward if you decide to play the game of, it's cowardice to send messages without having a human conversation. Having that human conversation puts you in a better light. And I'm saying this because this is what happens in an era where we live in our phones and we find an easy way to run away. So if this is you and you're done with a client, okay, let's not get into relationship conversation, but these are relationship conversations. It's always ethical to end well. Not because they did you bad, but because you have to always be top guy and do how it's meant to be. I hope this makes sense to you beyond this. Cheers. And I don't care who is right between Eddie and Conor. I think the right thing is meant to be done. And I hope you pick out something from this. My name is Thomas. Cheers for listening.